When I recorded my first video for this channel, I was a different person. I had very different circumstances from where I'm at right now. At the time, I just moved to the United States. I just graduated from Moscow State Linguistic University and I had Russian-speaking students. I taught French. I was giving private lessons, general lessons, but also pronunciation specific classes. And when I came here, I was new to the country. English was my third language, still is, and I just started using it. It was all confusing. The most confusing thing is that I didn't really know my identity. Who am I? What do I want to do in life? And I started thinking about it and exploring different options. At the time, one obvious option was to continue doing what I was doing, but expand and get more English-speaking students. And the other option was more radical, to start anew, to learn to do something completely different. And I am a quite safe person. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. So as you can guess, I decided to try both options. I started this YouTube channel, started recording videos about French pronunciation, French in general. And at the same time, I was also learning programming, web development, web design, data, all of those things grabbed my interest at the time, and I started exploring, just taking some random courses for beginners, and I found myself very interested in web development and building things with my hands in that digital world. I started doing that. Eventually, a couple of years later, I got my first web development job, which was also a computational linguist job, so it was like a combination of two, but that's a topic for another video. The point is that I started slightly transitioning from languages, from teaching and even learning languages. After I got my full-time job, I kept recording videos for this channel, but I wasn't as consistent as before, and I wasn't as passionate about it as before too. With time, it became harder and harder to keep doing this. I had limited time outside of my full-time job, and I wanted to prioritize other things, other hobbies in my life. And that's how I stopped recording anything for this channel, and I also started and then soon after quit the other channel. Another part of it is something I don't even know if it exists, but I want to call it linguistic burnout. I felt like I was done with French, like I didn't need it in my life anymore. I spent a significant chunk of my life learning French. And most of it was also studying French at university. This was a very detailed and deep program, and I'm not sure I ever needed that in my life. I was curious about languages because I wanted to speak them, so for me languages are a tool. But when you go to study linguistics and languages, it becomes more than that. It is the subject of your studies. And to be honest, I was bored with that. I did not need that. But as an A student that I am, I was forced by myself to do the best that I could. I wasn't feeling as much joy as I used to when I was learning French just for myself. I also never wanted to become a teacher. That was something I started doing because it was convenient. And at some point, it just started feeling heavy as I wasn't getting out of this much joy, much fulfillment. And it was taking a lot of time and effort and just my energy. Everything escalated when I moved to the United States. I didn't need French anymore. I needed English. And then I started thinking about my future. And that felt like the right time to try new things, just like I said. And then at some point, I decided to let it go. Just let it go. I was scared. Imagine that you spent a lot of your years and time, you put a lot of effort into something, you actually got good at this. I always had positive feedback from my students. And then you decide to just let it go, to not do this thing anymore. This was a very important decision in my life, because just because you can't do something and you're good at it does not mean that you should do this. And I'm so glad that I made that decision. And that also was when I started not learning French. So I stopped doing everything that I was doing for years, like on autopilot, you know, learning vocabulary, listening to to French radio podcasts just for like the goal of learning the language. I stopped doing all of that, and I told myself, I'm gonna do all of those things only if I want them, if I want to do them. But guess what? I didn't have any desire. So I stopped. I stopped listening to podcasts, to radio. Um, I was never much of a reader in French, so I like completely gave that up. And then I just have had so much energy and space, both mental space and time wise, to do other things. Later on, I did try to take some classes just for fun, you know, for conversational practice. Occasionally, I do listen to some podcasts that I like, not because I need to listen something in French, but because I want to, because it's interesting. And now I even started reading in French. Wow, my level is definitely not as good as it used to be. In 2018, 18, I passed DELF C1, C1 exam. So my level was at the time C1. Right now, I wouldn't say so. Definitely a lot of my vocabulary moved from active to passive. It's hard for me to speak fluently these days. But I understand everything I hear and pretty much everything I read. But I don't feel like I'm in the position to record any more teaching videos, you know, because it's not my life anymore. I still remember all the sounds. I feel like phonetics is something that is so hard to forget once you get it. You can forget some words or they move to your passive vocabulary. It is possible to forget some grammar rules and exceptions, but phonetics, once you learn all of that and spend a lot of time practicing, that's harder. I still remember reading rules, how to move my mouth to produce different sounds. Even transcription, probably. I don't know. But I definitely don't feel at ease with this anymore. I don't feel like the right person to be teaching that because that's not my profession. That's not who I am. That's not my identity. If you want, you can think of me as your fellow language learner, but not a teacher. That would make me feel more comfortable. Now that I've been living in the US for 5 years, I can definitely say that English is overtaking everything. English, it's getting in the way when I try to speak Russian, my native language. So I use a lot of English words. Unfortunately, my speech is not clean. And the same happens when I try to speak French. I think even worse. And I pretty much stopped using French in conversations with people that are French, that I used to speak French with. And I switched to English because my brain gets tired at work and it just wants it easy, you know. An interesting observation that I have in my life about English and French is that despite English being harder for me, it is at the same time easier for me in a sense that I have lower expectations from myself and I let myself have even more fun learning English. With French, it was hard to have fun at school when I just had homework, I had things I needed to learn in order to pass my exam. So that was important for my grades and for me being at the school. With English, it was never that serious and I let myself play a little bit more and I never felt the heaviness of my personal goals. I really had zero goals related to English. I just thought that I needed this language because a lot of people speak that, so it's useful. But other than that, no goals, no pressure that I put on myself. And when I came here to the United States, I could speak English. Maybe I had level B or B2, I think. So upper intermediate. I wasn't that fluent and I did not have the confidence, I think. But, you know, I took on this challenge with ease and joy and fun. And to this day, English feels so easy in that sense. I don't want to say easy. What do I want to say? English feels more like my second language than French ever did. So here is a quick or not so quick recap of the last 4 years of my life. The time flies. And what about now? What's happening now? I still have a full-time job. I work as a senior software engineer. I work from home remotely. I love my job. I love the company I work for. And my work-life balance has never been this great. Outside of work, I have a lot of hobbies and things that I like to do. First of all, this is special and very important to me. There is something I always wanted to do as a child, but I was too shy and scared and didn't have a lot of money or opportunity. But finally, everything came together and I started taking dance classes. Dancing is something I wanted to do ever since I was a child, and I'm finally making this dream come true. I'm taking different classes: hip hop, heels, Vogue, reggaeton. Sometimes I go to some other styles, and I love it. I love it. It is such a great exercise. I like moving, in general. I like different ways of moving my bodies, like yoga, functional workout, high intensity. But dance is something else because it's also more about self-expression. It's a great exercise and it helps to build a community of like-minded people. It's a lot of fun. It's very fulfilling. It's just something that takes some time out of my schedule, but it also gives so much energy back. Another thing is that I finally embraced my adventurous spirit and started traveling more. I learned how to drive a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, here in LA. I lived my first years here without a car. Do not recommend. But ever since I started driving, I got more opportunities to travel around, even within the city. And last year I challenged myself to travel every month. If you want to see the results of this challenge, you can go to my Instagram and check out a reel that I posted about all the destinations last year. This year I'm taking it even to the next level. If you want to follow all my travel adventures, make sure to subscribe to my Instagram. That's where I post the most, but I will probably bring it here as well. I travel solo most of the time, sometimes with people, and to me there is nothing like going out there and embracing adventure, being outside surrounded by nature and beauty, or exploring a city, its architecture. It is also something that brings me a lot of joy. It takes energy, but also it gives it back. So my full-time job, dancing, and travel are 3, I guess, most important or major things in my life right now. Things that take quite a lot of time. Dance and travel also take quite a lot of money. Travel is expensive, and they will become important parts of this channel too, because they are big parts of my life. So yeah, the recap is that my relationship with French has changed. We're not as close anymore. It is not my profession anymore. So I don't really want to record videos for this channel only about French and French pronunciation. I do have some ideas, but I don't promise anything. Instead, you will see on this channel more about my life, about my values and learnings. They're going to be more general than French pronunciation. And now I need to go and continue my work day and also do a couple of other things. It's Friday, and tomorrow that's going to be Saturday, which means day off and a lot of fun stuff happening tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you in my next one.